Hi, welcome to Lipstick, Life Lessons, and Unfiltered Answers. I am Jess, and today we're going to talk about divorce, how it is to deal with, divorced parents at a young age, how it is to deal with not having both parents around as much. It's something I've dealt with since I was about 4 or 5. My parents got divorced when I was very young. I don't remember if she was just barely pregnant when it happened, which I think she was just where she had just found out. And obviously the reason for that was infidelity. My dad, unfortunately, cheated on my mom often. I did ask my mom, was there a reason why you didn't stay? Was there a reason why you didn't want to try to make it work? And she said she was fed up about it. It happened more than once, more than twice, multiple times. And she said that it even came to a time where she found him cheating with some lady, and she already had, I believe, a set of twins and a boy with my father. So I couldn't imagine what she had to deal with. I know my dad liked his women, and I can't even imagine my mom having to deal with this. Already had been a different occasion that she said that she already knew about multiple before. And I think just being able to see that, I can't even imagine. I would probably go crazy. I am crazy. I would probably murder. Nope. We're not going to say that. I would probably, slap him and her a couple of times, because I couldn't even imagine having to be like, what is this? Can you not keep your ding dong in one place? I don't understand. So obviously she stayed with him. And this lady, my sister told me this. My sister must have been 10 years old, maybe 11. She's only maybe 6 years older than me. She's mentioned that the lady would call the house and cuss them out. My little sister have one that's 5 years older than me and one that's 6 years older than me. And then I have an older one, which I don't know how much older she is. Maybe 10 years older than me, or 11, somewhere around there. But she was mentioning that the lady will call and cuss my mom out and tell her all these nasty things, and that my dad was hers and blah, 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 and all this crazy stuff, right? And my mom was putting up with all this, so I don't even know why she didn't leave him then. But I guess if she would have left them from the first time, then I wouldn't be here. That would be really sad, because I know he's cheated on her for a very long time. And my poor mom, I feel her pain when she was like, yeah, I conned him. She already had, a set of twins, and I think it was a little girl and a little boy. But I'm just like, wow, to be not only did you, you have a whole different family, right? You have a family that you come and see, I don't know, on your weekends, on your day off. I don't know how, obviously that lady knew about my mother if she's calling her and telling her all the mean stuff, right? So my mom stayed, and then there was another one that happened again right afterward. This girl was much younger, not sure how much younger, but she was younger. And my dad ended up with her for a while. He is now not with her. I'm not sure why. I'm assuming maybe infidelity. Just kidding. I don't know. And from that, I have another set of siblings. I have a half brother and half sister. I remember my parents arguing and fighting, and I'm pretty 99% sure it's when this whole separation was happening. I remember being on the window. This was in Mexico. We've always had a house in Mexico, in Juarez, right on the border. And we've always had a place in El Paso since I can remember, right? And I remember being on the window and me crying and seeing them fighting, arguing through the window. And I think they were trying to be a little on the loud, trying not to make it obvious. But I do remember them fighting. I don't remember exactly why. I think my mom had decided to leave him. I remember my dad coming inside, being pissed, grabbing me. I remember, I told you guys before, I've always been skin and bones, right? I remember him grabbing me, throwing me on the bed. Not aggressively, I don't remember, but I just remember him grabbing me, maybe frustrated of already having an argument with this partner. And I'm over here crying. And I remember him grabbing me, throwing me on the bed, And I remember flying all the way to the other side of the bed and falling over. And, it's such a sad memory because I literally remember the detail of it. I remember happening like it was yesterday. Then we moved 100% to El Paso. And from being young, I'm assuming those maybe first years of the separation, I maybe remember my dad taking us once out to like a Peter Piper or something. And the reason I remember it so clearly is because I remember how smelly it was in that pizza place. I remember it smelling like feet. I don't remember us doing anything else with my father. I do remember he would come over and we would all hide because my dad was very strict. My dad was so strict compared to my mom. Like my dad was strict. And he would come over and he would just be such a Grinch, right? But I would be like, oh, ya viene el ogro. Like my dad sees this. This is going to be like horrible. Anyway, I remember running and hiding from my father because he would come and he would just bitch. Like, if we had too many Christmas lights on, he would hate it and he would take them off. I mean, my dad might not be around, but he would come maybe every other week and bring my mom money, right? He would always take care of the bills, and he always made sure we had 2 running cars at all times. We're a family of 6 with my mom, right? It's 5 of us, 5 sisters. So I do remember him always making sure we had a decent car to drive. We had 2, by the way. And I remember him coming over to just, drop off money for the bills. But it was always a pain in the butt. I remember him always being grumpy and always, if we had too many Christmas lights off, he'd take them off. Which I guess if you're paying the bills, and I'm assuming I did the same for the rest of his family, probably. But I know for sure for us, he did pay for all the bills. So that I am thankful for, because then my mom was able to concentrate on us. Not that my mom was like on top of shit, right? But she was there. My poor dad, and it's kind of sad to have those memories, because I don't remember any, I do remember one positive memory, which I'll get to that. I remember one time, as a little girl, I don't remember thinking of oh, why is my father not that much around? Why isn't my father doing this? Why is my father nothing, right? But when it came where I got a little older and I was more in elementary, maybe 2nd, 3rd grade type of thing, I do remember once where the parents would come and talk about what they did for a living. And my dad was a reporter and he took a lot of pictures, right? And I was like, oh, this is perfect. I'm going to tell my dad to come and be a part of it. And people get to see my dad, right? People get to know who my dad is. My teacher was like, oh yeah, come tell your dad. And I was so proud. I was like, hell yeah, I'm going to do it, And I remember mentioning it to my father. And he said no. It broke my heart. And I couldn't understand. I'm not going to get teary because I am past it. But I couldn't understand why I wasn't important enough for him to do that for me, right? And, now they say that it's so important to be in all your kids' things and how important it is for your kids' life. And I get it. I understand why they say that. And I just never understood. And I wish that I would have asked questions. I wish I would have asked my mom. I wish I would have opened up to her. So I do think it's important for parents that are going through divorces or, to come and check on kids. And especially if they're so young, check them, I don't know, for a long time. If the father isn't involved especially as much, right? Because I think it's important to clarify that sometimes it just doesn't work out. Some parents maybe are not meant to be parents, and that's what I used to tell myself. My dad's just not meant to be a father. My dad's just not meant to be here. I really struggled with it growing up. I struggled with not understanding, and I wish my mom would have spoke to me about it more. I think as it happened when I was so young, maybe she just felt like she didn't need to. But I grew up thinking I needed a father. We are who we want to be. We grow to be as strong as we need to be. And, I turned out okay, in my opinion. But I did struggle. I struggled with not understanding the reasoning behind it. And I would never want any child to think they're not worthy of their father's love, or who knows, maybe mother's love. In whatever situation is different. In my situation, my father wasn't around, right? So I did struggle with it. I don't anymore. I came to peace, and it took me a long time to come to peace. It took me a very, very long time. There was a time my mom did some stuff and wasn't around for a little bit. I don't know how long this was, but I do remember when it did happen, my father did step in, and he came, and I remember going to Sam's for the first time with him, and he bought me skates. I don't know if he bought my sister skates too, I don't remember, but I know he bought me skates, right? He bought me this rollerblades. I've never rollerbladed in my whole life. I remember him grabbing my hands and spinning me around. That's probably the most beautiful memory I've ever had with my dad, that one. And because I'm so freaking brilliant and smart, I started rollerblading like no other. It was amazing, by the way. But that is the only beautiful memory I have of him. I am creating more memories now, but that was the only one as a child I had. I was very fortunate to have his sister, my aunt, be around too. So when my mom wasn't around, I believe he took me to my aunt's house, and I stayed there for a little bit. And I loved going there. My aunt was married to my uncle. They always seemed like the perfect couple in my eyes. And I had 2 cousins around my age, and I loved going there. I am so blessed to have had them when I needed them. And it was just so different, to go over and forget, of all the issues a little girl had. And I am always going to be grateful for that. And, maybe I should call my aunt and let her know how grateful I am. And here comes around 7th grade. After 7th grade, my mom decided to move to Arizona. Her whole family was out here. And so she said bye, grabbed our stuff, and we moved. And after that, I've never saw my dad again. I never really talked to him. He never bothered to call, and that kept on bothering me and thinking, maybe I'm not worthy enough, right? I don't know. I never understood, even already being about 13, 14 years old, I didn't understand it, I just thought, well, he's not, like, for me, I would tell myself that he's just not meant to be a father, right? And not meant to be a father because obviously he was being a father to my half-sister and half-brother, and who knows, maybe the others, I don't know. But for me, he wasn't meant to be my father. And when I was about 16, 17, maybe I came into another issue that happened with my mom, and I called my father. And I was like, hey, your daughter, not me, but my youngest sister, she's about 6 years younger than me. I was like, kind of needs you, she needs money. She needs, I can't take care of her. I'm a teenager myself, and And my father pretty much said, go fuck yourself. He pretty much was like, no, I can't. Not sure why. I'm assuming he had another family to take care of. And I got so mad. That I didn't understand, again, why he couldn't step up. Like, I was fine, right? Like, I think I was like, I'm going to do this on my own. I don't care. I am going to be fine. But I felt bad for my little sister, because she was younger than me. She must have been 13, maybe 12 when all this happened. And how would I be guidance to her when I was so young myself? But it really made me mad, So I struggled with that for a while. I remember one day I was around 19, maybe 20, somewhere around there. We all went to Mexico for Christmas to go see my mom, and my grandma was over. My grandma lived right behind our home in Mexico. And she was over, and I think it was Christmas, and we all sitting in a long table, and my father was there. I'm not sure who invited him, but he was there. I'm assuming he came to come see his mom. And I love my grandma, by the way. It's like, I feel like that was, I have such beautiful memories, and I love her so much. We all sat on the table, and I was so excited to share how I was going to college because I was so tired of waitressing. And you see, you gotta understand, in my household, there was never talked about school, never like, this is what you do. You go middle school, you go to high school, then you go to college after, you get a degree. Like, that was never in the picture, right? So for me to be able to do this on my own and graduate high school and go to the university, college, all that stuff, I was really proud to be like, hey, guess what? I'm going to college. And I was like, I'm so tired of being a waitress. Like, I'm going to do something for my life. And you know what my father said? He was like, what, are you trying to say you're better than me? I would never forget that. And because I was older and bitchier, I was like, really? I'm like, you're going to come tell me, you're comparing yourself to me? And I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, you are comparing yourself to your daughter instead of being like, oh my gosh, yay, you're going to college. That is amazing. You did this on your own because I wasn't there, right? But you did it on your own. That is amazing. And instead he was like, are you trying to make me feel bad because I didn't go to college? And I was like, how are you comparing yourself to your daughter? I'm like, what kind of father does that, right? And he started saying how he was such a good father. And then we argued about, at the time, my sister was dating this guy that was there, and my eyes was amazing father. And at that time, I told him, I was like, you think because you paid the bill since I was like up to 13 years old, you think that's being a good father? I was like, that's being a partial father. That's being, maybe you helped us financially, not all the way through, 14, 13 cut off, right? And I was like, no, that's not being a father. A father is being there for someone. And I remember mentioning the guy at the time that my sister was dating. I was like, that's not her biological father, but he's great. He's there. He was such a great stepdad that was a father, right? He was there for her. And I told him that. You know what's really funny? That my grandma was like, oh, finally, alguien le dijo. Someone finally told. And I was like, at least my grandma's proud. Whatever. But then all those emotions, and you start struggling again, right? And eventually I came at peace at it, and I was like, well, he gave me life. If it wasn't because of him, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have the amazing life I have now. But you know what's crazy though? I kind of still not struggle with the whole, my dad wasn't there. Fuck, I don't even care anymore. But more with, when it comes to my husband, like, I want my husband to be more present on my son's, daily activities. Like, I want him to play with them. I want him to, and I give my husband a lot of shit because he works a lot, and I'm always like being like, oh, you gotta hang out with the kids more. And I think it's an issue that because my dad wasn't doing that, I feel like it's important, and I want him to be a part of my kid's life in that way. To not just show that I'm working to make sure the bills are getting paid, but more like, I'm here and let's go throw a baseball and get a bat or whatever, right? And I think that's why I'm always telling my husband, like, hey, da-da-da-da, But it's because I didn't have that, and I felt shitty, right? And I think that's why I'm always telling. And my husband's a great husband and a great father. I mean, obviously we all, like myself, sometimes, aren't at our best, but I think that's something that I still hold back, where I'm just like, do something they like to do, or like, why don't you take them out and have fun with them, And recently, my son and my husband went to go watch a soccer game, and my heart was so happy about that. It's like, it was nice to see them connect outside without me. And it was just really nice. They both enjoyed it, and it's something that they both wanted to do. And I guess I kind of still do struggle a little bit with that. That's not too bad of a struggle, because then I just get to push my husband to be more involved, my poor husband. But I do see that. I do see that on me. So back to when my grandma passed away, probably 13 years ago, maybe 12 years ago, I did go back to her funeral. And this was very hard for me because, one, I'm not close to my father, right? Two, I am not close to his family anymore. And maybe have one cousin that I stayed really close with, Alex, and we still kind of try to be close. And it's been a minute. But we've tried, right? Like, at least in our younger age, we kept in touch. Sometimes he would come to Arizona. We would go out party together. So I did keep in touch with him. And I met my halfers. I met my half-sister and my half-brother. They're both younger than me. I'm not sure how much younger she is. Not too much younger. Didn't really connect with him, but he was very young. And kind of seemed like a spoiled brat in my eyes. I guess they kind of both did. So I guess that's another thing that I kind of struggled with a little too. Seeing how they had, I mean, I don't know. But I love that she wanted to be a part of me. She wanted to get to know me. She wanted to take me and Eddie out to lunch. And we did. We went out to lunch with her. We're actually friends on social media. We are not very close, but we're involved in each other's life through social media, that's what's one great thing about social media. We talked a little bit, and I did struggle a little with her complaining about how my father didn't want to pay for certain things. And I'm just like, girl, you're preaching to the wrong person, you know? Because, like, I put myself through high school. I put myself through college. I put myself through the university. I did it all on my own. I paid for my own shit. My mom did buy me a car, and then I wrecked that, so scratch that. I mean, I only had it for like a month, so doesn't count. I mean, it does count. So I am blessed for that. But you know, I guess it kind of bothered me, and it's not even her fault, right? Why would it be her fault that she got it better than me? It wasn't her fault, but a part of me was like, really? You're gonna complain to me? No, girlfriend. But that was just more of my own bullshit I was dealing with, right? And that was unfair. I do plan on going to Texas again soon, so maybe I'll reach out to her. Maybe she wants to hang out, maybe. But she seemed really nice, and she looks like she's doing well, so I'm very happy for that. My father makes it seem like they're not very close. I know he's close to his son because they live together, and he talks about him a lot. I am closer to my father now. He has been trying for a while now to be in my life, and I am allowing it. And it is hard sometimes to just let it be. A part of me still struggles with it, you know? Part of me still feels like I don't know who he is. Like, he'll come over, and he've stayed the night before in my house, and it's weird. I feel like he's a stranger, and I'm still getting to know him, and he tries. He's come to my son's birthday, and when we bought a house, he came to my niece's birthday party too, so I've seen him more often, and he's trying. But even when, like, the weirdest things, so it's late, you know, and the party's over, and my son is playing with him, and I'm walked inside the house, and like I open the door, and he's like playing with my son, and my son's like happy, and I'm like, and I literally had to be like, what? Like, what the? You know, like I was like, what is going on? Like, it was weird. Like, I felt like, why are you holding my kid? It was so weird. I don't know. And I'm like, you know what, Jessica? Stop it. Done. Like, we're done with this. Just let it happen. Let him get to know you, and you get to know him, you know? But I do feel like he's a stranger. But like I said, I am very thankful for him to have made me. And y'all should be thankful for that too, because then you guys, I get to bother all of you. But it's something that I really, really struggled with. So I really think if you're going through a divorce or are divorced, don't forget to keep asking your kids about it. It could be really annoying. Don't ask him every day, right? But just check on them and just be like, hey, well, how do you feel about dad and me? Or how do you feel? What are your feelings? Do you have any questions? Do you want to, I don't know. Remind them that they're worthy, and it's not enough, because it's a very shitty feeling to deal with. But I kept telling myself, because of it, I am here. I am alive. And That is what's important, you know? Just because you went through shit doesn't define you. It doesn't matter. You are who you want to be, and you can overcome anything you put your freaking mind to it. Don't forget that. And if you have the opportunity, it might take, I don't know what, 25, how old am I? 25 years later to, well, like 20 years. I'm overreacting. Come on, Jessica. It might take 20 years later to get to know your father, then who cares? Allow it. Why not? We only live once. Make the best out of it. No, maybe next time I see him, I'll ask his story and then I'll tell you guys. Or maybe he'll see this and he'll stop talking to me. Just kidding. He's like, you put my dirty laundry out there. How dare? I'm like, well, you should have kept your little one place. Just kidding. But you know what? He made other beautiful kids, and that's amazing. And who knows? Maybe if I need a kidney one day or something, they're a match. So it can be a positive beacon. I don't know. But I guess don't give up if you want a relationship. Sometimes it just needs to be the right timing, even if it's 25 years later, 20 years later. And don't let anything define you. You are who you want to be. You are strong, and everything passes. You just gotta keep on looking high and happy, and make sure you check on your kids. Make sure they're okay. Make sure they understand, and do whatever you can to keep both parents involved. It's important. And if that's not an option, just make sure your kids know they're worthy and they're loved. And one parent can give so much love that we don't need to. One's enough. One is enough. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. And next episode, I'm gonna bring my best friend to talk a little bit about her divorce and how it went. We're gonna get this from a wife's side of how she dealt with it. It's such a heavy subject that I get nervous when I talk about her, because she's my best friend and I know she went through so much that I get all my words get all scrambled because I don't want to say anything wrong. But I'm excited for you guys to meet her. I am so proud of her. She is an amazing person and she's doing so well on her own. And I love being around strong women. I love being around girls that are gonna be like, not on my watch. We're gonna make this work. And I'm excited for you guys to meet her. And I have other friends too that might be coming up. So I'm excited for you guys to meet them all. But till next time, and I hope you guys really, really, really enjoy this session. Bye.